Can I window this? Is there a good way to window it? Or I just move OBS onto the other screen here. Whoa. Because, yeah, that's the display capture right now. If I turn that off... Whoops, wrong display capture. Oh, yeah, but that display capture is set for here. Is there some way I can open this on the... Oh, here we go. Now it's windowed. Yeah. So... This one here... Alright, so... Was Dark Souls 2 quit out? Oh, well, I have controllers if you want to use one. I just pretty tired. Because it is really funny how slow everything is, and the recovery items is, like, really funny, especially at first. There's a stat that you can increase to increase the speed at which you glug. So, in Elden Ring, when you go to glug, it's like, glug, and done. But in Dark Souls 2, at first, at, like, base stats, it's... Whoop. And you're stuck in that animation while the boss tries to kill you.
Only leveling that stat.
You have to level adaptability to at least 20, and then it's manageable, and then you can level other things. Also, every time you die, your maximum HP goes down. Sort of. It's more complicated than that, but basically here. Alright. I might not need the, Uh-oh. Oh, I might need an Alt-Tab off in order to use this here. Alright, let's see here. So, boopity-bop. Let's do this. Yeah, we have frag in the background here. I don't know if I'm gonna need my keyboard. So, let's see here. So, now, all 11 of the pinball games I want to cover / talk about have been done. It's 2:37 in the morning. 3:37 if you don't account for the time change. I've been awake since 5 a.m. this morning, so it's been a little while, but I'm determined to keep on playing pinball games. So now we get into the bonus pinball games here. So anyone that used a lot of Windows 95 back when, anyone that's around like my age or maybe a bit older, might be familiar with Space Cadet, because that came bundled in with Windows 95. So as a kid, I remember playing this a whole lot. But what most people don't know, and I only found out when I went down the rabbit hole for this, is Space Cadet is actually one pinball table out of a total of 3 that were developed as a game called Full Tilt Pinball by this one company, and Microsoft acquired the rights for Space Cadet specifically to bundle with Windows systems. So this game has been played a whole lot, and these ones that are made as like part of the same game, probably not a whole lot, interestingly. So that's basically the story behind that, and it's part of Full Tilt Pinball. And this is what it... Holy crap. Volume mixer, please. Down. Holy crap. I'm sorry if that jump scared anyone else. Also, I can destroy this line in on OBS. Hide? Oh, yeah, there we go. It's just gone now. Then I can see the volume of both. So this is the pinball that I played a whole bunch back when. And it's the 2 mouse buttons that, whoops, that do the thing that, well, now you can't even tell. But yeah, that's a left click, that's right click. That's how it works. And I remember I played a whole bunch of this as a kid. And if I had access to some of these other pinball games that I've been playing throughout this stream, I probably would have just played those a whole bunch instead. Like Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, I probably would have played like a massive ton of that. But this is what I had, and then when I was bored and wanted something to do, and I didn't really have a handheld console to be playing at the time, especially if I was over at my Oma's place and wanted something to play on her computer, this is what I played. I played this board of pinball. I use a spacebar? Yep, I use a spacebar. This is what I played here, and I recognize a whole lot of the sounds, and just not like I'm very good at it though. Not like that's exactly the case here. But hey, I remember it still being like fun to play and like simple fun. And if I not off to a great start here. I'm sure if I had like a handheld console at the time, I probably would have just put a lot more time into that. But yeah, as a really little kid, this is what I played a whole bunch of. So while I don't really have much experience in pinball video games, I do have a lot of experience in this. That's not to mean that like I'm good at it at all. This is still way too loud. So, dang it. Turning this down a bit more. There we go. Something more like that. It's a bit more manageable here. So I was never very good at this, but I always just, and I never really paid much attention to the score. It was always just kind of satisfying to me to see how long I could keep the ball from falling in the middle. Like, falling through. And, come on. It's like one freebie to get me out of there. Otherwise, it's going down there. And anytime that the ball seemed like it was going to go straight down through the middle, it just kind of wouldn't feel good as a kiddo, I will say. Also, one thing that I definitely wouldn't have noticed as a kid, but like is super obvious looking at it today, is the fact that the ball is literally just like a PNG. Like, it doesn't move, it doesn't turn. It physically moves around, but it's not like turning over or doing anything like that. Like, it's just an image moving across the screen. It becomes like pretty obvious to see when you're looking for that. Also, the thingamabob under here was set up for other computer here, but like I could just turn it off since it's not really being used for anything. Is the case. There's no vijajaming going on there. Bebop. Oh my. Well. Hey, look, it's a high score. Chamber. Let's call this Extra Life Edmonton 1. Sure, because it's my first score that I set. F2 starts new game. So yeah, I didn't know what the heck was going on here. I just knew it was a pinball table, and I was doing stuff and getting points. Oh, like F2 starts new game like that. Actually hitting F2 on my keyboard. I gotcha. It has been a long, long time since playing this game. Playing this table of this game, I should say. I never played Full Tilt Pinball. I just played this table because it was bundled with Windows 95. I remember the icons there changing to green instead of blue and me being like, oh, that's crazy. They're green now. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so this is the pinball table that I know about, just in general. It's not like I know any physical pinball tables. Not like I know a whole lot about that, but this I definitely have experience in. Good old Space Cadet. Yeah, now it just now it just goes back there. So I don't actually remember if it's released in 1995 with Windows 95 or if it came out on stuff a little bit earlier, like 94, and then it was after that Microsoft acquired the rights. Like I said earlier in the stream, I was thinking about turning this into like a little bit of a pinball video game history lesson and being able to recount a whole bunch of stuff, and I just never got the chance to like properly learn about these things, and yeah, I'm just kind of going into it haphazardly, and it's whatever. Jackpot double, targets to select mission. I have to be here for like my mouse inputs to work. Be clicking on there. And that sets me up, and then I would always try to get up those, like, flames in the top right with a little flipper. So I'd always try to do from that point. Drop down here. That was my goal. Okay. Or to get up in the little purple path there, if it was on the right. Is what I would typically try to do. That's how it always went. But yeah, this is definitely a little bit of memories here, I will say. Most definitely is. Okay. I just left 3. Also, in addition to like the couple bonus pinball minigames I had in mind, I do still have like Bowser's Pinball Machine, Mario Party DS, technically. I haven't done yet. Haven't done that one yet. Probably do that at some point here, because it's the whole reason why I set up Mario Party DS. Can't get carried away here. A little overexcited with Space Cadet. So, also, in case it wasn't obvious, I couldn't exactly get this working on... This isn't the kind of thing that you can just open up and run on a modern machine. Like, this is... this is a virtual console. This is DOSBox, is what this is. To essentially emulate the old hardware. Another emulator here, you could say. Play this old Windows pinball game. Is what it is. Because this basically deserves a place in the Pinball Hall of Fame. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that probably put a bunch of time into it. Just because it was bundled as a freebie with Windows anyway. So it's the kind of thing that a lot of people probably played. A lot of people probably recognize. Might be a familiar sight to a lot more people than just me, potentially. Yeah, that's right in the center where, what am I gonna do about that, really? What's gonna happen about that? Alright, and then release the spacebar. What we do here. But yeah, I am definitely, well, probably a bit better at pinball after playing it so endlessly here for this stream. But it's still not exactly amazing. I'm never gonna be a pinball pro, and that's okay. I'll consider myself a pro for having gone across like 24 hours of pinball games by the end of this. You know, Mario Party, if you have Jamboree on you, then you might want to include that. Alright, did. Alright, done. Alright, there we go. Now they're green. It's been turned to green. Couldn't quite get it up there. Cool if I could turn that to green. I also always imagine that as like a face up there. The 3 notches, where it's like the top 2 blue thingamabobs are eyes, and then the bottom one is a nose, and then you have like a mouth with 3 teeth at the bottom for like the yellow bits. That's how my brain like always imagined that as a kid. It still kind of does now. It's hard to imagine it as anything else. I always thought it was really satisfying as a kid when I had no idea what the heck was going on. I didn't have to use the paddles here for a while because it was just like stuck up there doing different things. Whoa. Yeah, that's not getting out of there. That's not getting out of there. Game over, high score. Did I do better than before? Oh yeah, so much better than before. So this is gonna be Extra Life Edmonton 2. My second score that I set. Here. Let's try again. I want to showcase a decent bit of Space Cadet. Because I do think that with how much it was probably played by people like me, probably deserves a place in the Pinball Video Game Hall of Fame. Because it's probably one of, if not the most played pinball video game, if I had to hazard a guess. Just because of the fact that it was literally bundled with Windows 95. So it was on a lot of machines out there. Probably saw a lot of play. Should accept it. I never really paid much attention to the text as a kid. Honestly. Never really something that I did all that much. I got up there. Oh, and sometimes I could chain it like back and forth. That hasn't been for a long time here. Here, let's alt tab off. See a little bit less of the Fragapalooza banner, but hey, a little bit more of me. Help out. Might be a pretty good thing here. And then just a Windows screen there. So, I mean, what more space is it gonna take? I could extend it out, but like, I'm not gonna redo my layouts now. There's no point in doing that. Alright. Turn on the lights. Never mind. It was all a lie. Oh, I didn't have to hold spacebar and shoot it that time. I was already up there. I don't know how that happened, but somehow it happened. Somehow it seems to have. Okay. But yeah, and when it comes to this whole LAN event in general, the Extra Life is definitely the shortest of the 3 types of LAN events that I go to of Extra Life, Fragapalooza, and Mega FPS. My goodness, is it the most brutal. Stay awake through the whole thing here. The whole short time. A bit over 24 hours. Yeah, needless to say, I think I'm probably gonna be taking off the day off work tomorrow because I'm gonna be half dead. Wow, that sucks. And, well, I didn't have to hold spacebar that time either. And I'm just probably gonna be sleeping a whole bunch. So with the Halloween stream that I did before this, a couple days ago for Halloween, I tried to get that cut up into parts and then have some stuff queued up right at the ready for it to go up while I was busy at this event. That's what I did. But this, I don't think I'm really in a rush. Like, this stuff will probably start going up like a couple days from now. Is what it'll be. I'm not in any major rush to get it out there, like, whoops, as fast as is possible. Extra Life Edmonton 3. Maybe I should just say, like, Extra Life 2024 from here on. That's maybe what I should do. I don't know. Oh. It's 2:51 in the morning now. 3:51 without a time change. Yeah, random, I guess. Space Pinball, still remember when your ball got stuck in the upper left corner and you got a bunch of points? I remember that happening as well. I tried to get through, like, all the Nintendo pinball games, and I did that, and I have time to spare, so now we're getting into the bonus pinball games I had in mind. How's it going today? Though I guess I can also still do, like, Mario Party DS. That was just Pinball Machine. What I can do... Wow, that did not exactly go great, did it? Maybe I'll do that here in a little bit. Maybe I'll do that after this set of stuff. So I might just do... That might also be a nice bit of a break from pinball. Maybe. We shall see. From direct pinball. It'll be a pinball board. But I feel like it fits under the label. Maybe do a little bit of Mario Party 5 first. The one pinball game that's in that. I have to hook up my GameCube controllers to my PC. That's fine. That's easy. That's pretty easy there. Let's see if I can... Wow, it's rare that I see it over there. See if I can get the ball stuck somewhere. Rack up a whole bunch of points. Maybe what I can do. Maybe mayhap. I wonder if there's some people sleeping. I see a little bit of bedding out on, like, the venue cam, and it's hard to tell it looking out physically as well. Whoops. Chip refueled. Okay, come on. Yeah, and it was interesting learning, like, the different nooks and crannies that the ball could get into. Really learning this board. As a kiddo. I remember the days. All the different routes that it can take. I remember. Definitely much better than Galactic Pinball on the Virtual Boy, I will say. Even if it's just the one board here. At least for what Windows 95 users got bundled in. Just the one board here. But more than that is what we'll get to in a hot second here. Oh. Okay. Get around there and don't touch the green things at all. Okay, I see how it is, game. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we'll be fine if you were stuck with every pinball machine ever. You won't even be mad. You lost connection to the outside world. Well, play them for 24 hours like me, and then maybe you'll change your mind. Because I am definitely a little bit sick and tired of pinball. Because apart from a little bit of Smash, and wandering around like the venue during the day and saying hi to the exhibitors and stuff, it's been pretty much just playing pinball endlessly here. For the past 15 hours, 56 minutes, and 44 seconds. That's what it's kind of been. And helping set up this venue before that point. So, yeah, it takes a toll. It takes a toll. It makes me feel a little bit differently about pinball. But I'm committed at this point, so I'm continuing with pinball. Skee-ball's pretty good, too. I wish I was better at skee-ball. But it do be fun to play that at, like, some arcades and stuff like that against friendos. Skee-ball is the way to go. No. Okay, now I hold the space bar and release. Maybe this will be my last game of Space Cadet. This is what it might just be. Because, yeah, like, there's not really much more to really say or show about it, I think. Like, I think the idea is pretty much expressed here. But yeah, I just remember continuing to play this over and over and over again and just trying to keep the ball up as long as I could. Not a care in the world about points at all. It was not a concern of mine. ball up there and make the things change color because it was satisfying, and that was the way that I went. It was only gunpoint to stay in the venue. It's a 24-hour charity stream. I'm not gonna have the 11th 24-hour charity stream be the first time I fail. After doing 10 in a row without fail. 11 isn't gonna be the one that gets me. But man, doing 24 hours of pinball games is hard on my brain. BRB alright, Reggie Bump. Off to play 24 hours of pinball games, are ya? I'll be right back in 24 hours. Gonna have to go through the experience yourself. Play Space Cadet for 24 hours. See how you feel. See how you feel here. Oh, a whole bunch of bouncing there. You can get it stuck in there for a decent while, depending on how lucky you get. You can definitely have it in there a little while. No. I saw another light. Come on, maybe that's just like the changing color of the thingamabob there. Wow, that was my best score yet by a decent bit. Well, I may as well stick with the naming scheme this time. Whoops. Life, Edmonton, 4. There. I think that's Space Cadet properly showcased here. But if I close this out, exit,